Hi everybody, it's Mitch here with the gun shop. Today I've got a new gun for you. This has just come into us, it's fairly new out, and I thought I'd just take you through what you get in the box. Is you get a lot for your money on this gun, and that's something that I'm going to be coming back to throughout this overview. So it's Fabarm. Comes with this nice flight case, as you can see. Nicely kind of emblazoned Fabarm logo there. Got one on the back which is just plain, so you know which side is the top, which is always useful for cases like this. And good sturdy case as well, really well packaged. As you know, Fabarm are now part of the same group of companies as Cesar Guerini, owned as part of their kind of sporting side of things. And they have really kind of upped their game in terms of what you get for them, and obviously they're a little bit more reasonable than the Cesar Guerini, so you get a lot for your money with some really good engineering behind it. So without further ado, let's have a look at the Fabarm. Now this is the Fabarm Axis RS12, being the 12 gauge, sporting QRR, which is the quick release rib, and I will show you all of that now as we go through it. So case opens thusly. You've got two locking catches on either end, and you've got your two standard pull catches here. Set of keys inside it as well, so it's not a combination lock like you get with a couple of the Cesar Guerini ones, but it's good enough for most of the domestic market. So opening it up, really nice layout inside. I say everything's got its own specific little area, like you get with anything in the Cesar Guerini range or Fabarm range. And the key bit is this bit at the top. So instead of just having one thick bit with like your reference book in it and your warranty info, you've actually got this panel here. And we'll go into that in a second once we've gone through the rest of it. So in your books you get manual and warranty information. It's all there for you. Let's do that to one side. You get your guarantee. So you've got your guarantee there of proofing, testing, whatever, workmanship guarantee. Good part about this gun as well, you get a fully kind of exploded schematic of the gun with every single component listed with the serial number on there as well. And the good thing is on the back you actually get an explainer of what each thing is. So if ever you need parts, you ever need to get hold of a different style of rib, or you want a different form or something like that, it's all here. Take the code number, get it ordered, and away you go. Safety information, how to take apart and put together your gun. Always worth reading that, because no matter how many times you take apart and put together a gun, there will always be differences, subtle differences in the gun's construction. Coming across, get a little set of Allen keys, good for servicing, and also good for changing the ribs over, which I will come to in a second. So I'm just going to leave that one out to one side. Full set of Fabarm extended chokes. There's two in the barrel at the moment, but you get everything from skeet all the way to full. Choke key and tool holder in that one, and then as mentioned, choke key there. Nice little touch this, because it is a nice little tool holder there, and a little pocket on the end there just for some extra accessories or whatever else you might have hanging around. So, stock. Take this one off. Now, as with Cesar Guerinis, they do come with a lovely, nice pair of gun pyjamas, as I call them. So, one for the stock here, and obviously one for the barrels and fore end. It's already got our label on there, just because we have had this one on the shelf already. So, take you through the fore end, if we can get it to actually focus on it at some point. So RS12 logo on the side here. Really nice simple engraving on this, similar to like the new Cesar Guerinis out there with like the black action and stuff like that. And the Axis RS12 on the underside. Gold trigger, really nice bit of walnut. You're looking at like a grade I'd probably say at least a grade 2 on this wood for it. The side panels on this are really good, really nice and thick action on this as well, so really positive lock up and a great gun for the money. So these ones come in just under £2 just I'll add it at the moment. That's your fore end looked at. So take the pyjamas off the fore end of barrels. Now, being the quick release rib, this one doesn't actually have a rib on it, mainly because it doesn't fit in our security latches with the rib on it, because it's got quite a high kick-up rib on it, and also your standard sporting rib as well, so you get 2 options with it. Fore end, really nice bit of walnut, nice and simple design on it. Checkering's really nice, not too sharp as some checkering can be, but nicely rounded with traditional finishing around your front end there as well. No checkering on the receiver, which is something that you usually see on almost any gun these days, but it's not, it's just a simple plain design, which I like, because no matter how much you look after your gun, how much you clean it, scrub it through, that will always start to scratch no matter how well you look after your gun. It's just wear and tear, so any over engraving and stuff like that on that part of the gun to me is just, you know, it's just going to get scratched at some point. Fully floating barrels all the way from the receiver block all the way to the mounting on the end here, and obviously your extended chokes. Fabarm Sport chokes, good chokes. They're a little bit heavy, but they actually do balance this gun really well, because once you've got the extendable, the adjustable cheek piece there on the comb, once that is put into the stock, they do become quite heavy. So this actually manages to balance it out quite nicely. As you can see, all the little mounting points on the top here for the ribs, little rubberized bits here that actually catch it as you put it on. I'll go through that in a second so you can see it. And we'll go from there. So I'll try and put this thing together. One thing to mention just whilst I'm doing this is, as you know, these are bought into the UK, and the company is now actually owned by Cesar Guerini, or Anglo-Italian if you're here in the UK. And you have seen like a really good run of guns. So the RS12 and the sport lines and the semi-automatics, for instance, as well. I mean, everybody knows that, you know, you can get the Fabarm semi-autos. They're absolutely huge, but they're really good bits of kit, especially for plays and stuff like that. So easy as that. Guns all together. You can see it now in its full glory. She is a big beast. This one here, I think we've got it in 30 inches, but with the extended barrels on it, it does take it out that little bit further. And also you've got the different rib options. So have a quick look at her. She's really good, looks lovely. And with your extended chokes there with the red details on there as well. Great gun for the money. Really good, and that's something that I am going to keep saying on this because I thoroughly believe it, and you can just see it in terms of the quality of the gun. So, secret compartment in the top of the box. I say secret, it's not really that secret, you can see it and it's in the instructions, so why not? You've got your 2 Velcro straps here at the top. I'll take those off and it drops down. Now, eagle-eyed viewers will be able to see you've got 4 gaps there for a different style of rib. But you've got the 2 options down here at the bottom. So you've got the quick release rib. I think that one is so you've got 50-50, so just your standard straight rib, and then you've got a 65 to 35% inclination on it as well. So what I'll do is I'll go for this one, just because you can see the key difference in it and it's easier for me to show you. All you have to do now, in the other one there is actually a little nub in the back piece here, which is a locking pin. Save me getting that out, it's a bit fiddly. I will just show you how it works. So you take your gun, take your rib in the other hand, you locate your fore end of the rib over the locking piece like that. You'll see it lock in. So I'll show you that again so you can see that there. You slide it down, just drops into place. Push it down and then slide it back. Now you'll know it's locked into position when in the back here you've got this little hole which you can just about see through at the moment. You'll be able to see that you can see clearly through that. Now that's the point when you take out the little pin that I said is obviously in the back, or in the back piece here when you get it, and you just push it through. It clicks in nice and securely, and that will hold it in place. Now, because it is side fitting and it is no screw or anything like that, it does stay in place when you're firing it. So my worry was that it might become a little bit loose when you are shooting it, but to be honest, overall it doesn't. It's fine, it works really well, and you do get a really exciting gun from it as well. So looking at this rib, so this is kind of like your trap rib, really high kick up rib on it. Makes for a really exciting gun. These come up really well, they balance lovely, and to be honest, that's not bad at all. I mean, that comes up really well. I'm not the tallest guy in the world, so I don't normally need a rail on it like this, but this is actually quite exciting and it's quite fun. So there you have it in its full glory. Looks absolutely stunning. I'm going to put this back on the shelf because I'm pretty sure it won't be here for long. But if you are looking for something with the option to be able to do trap stuff and things like that, I would certainly recommend this. You also have the sporting rib as well, which is just your standard rib depth. So that's just flush. But if you're looking for something that's really versatile, got a nice lightweight barrel with a really secure firing feel to it, I would definitely recommend this. You're looking at just under £2 for an RRP in the UK at the moment, and they are just brilliant for the money. You get a lot of gun for the money. The RS12 is always popular. You can have a look at our other video where we actually go over the RS12, and I think Johnny reviews that for you as well. Have a good look on that, because that is the kind of the standard sporting variant of this gun. And also you've got all of our other options on there as well for around that price point. But for value for money, for what you get for it, I definitely recommend this. Check it out, have a look, and we'll see you next time.